Howdy folks, it's Zach, and welcome back to my Star Wars Tips and Tricks section, and today we're doing our very last pack opening for the DVL event. I decided way on at the start that I wasn't going to go to Legendary, and I've stuck by my guns because I just thought that was too much ridiculous work for uncertain rewards. And if you guys have been watching my pack opening videos, you guys probably have seen that the odds of you getting really good pieces out of these things have been pretty terrible. I did really well on my first starter packs. I did get actually Revenant Reborn's supplementary set twice. Unfortunately, they're bound, so having doubles does me no good. I can't sell any of the extra. That's been the weird thing about it. Anyway, the new pack opening system was implemented while I was off on vacation, and so now this looks completely different. The way you open it up looks way more exciting, but I felt like the contents of what was actually inside was way more terrible. And so I was it's a mixed bag. Anyway, so this is my last pack. This is for the Eternal tier, the last one I'm gonna do. And again, guys, the one thing that would turn this whole event around for me, and everything I've said about it, is to actually get like Satele Shan set, Revenant Reborn set, or Zoxan set. At least a full one of any one of those would be amazing. I have zero expectations. And if you guys have been watching this far, you know that me and Freed and Nad and that whole set of armor, that's my boy. I've got like probably 3 or 4 complete sets of that. Same thing with like Reaver and ceremonial armor. So I'm still a little disappointed in the idea that these were quote unquote best of packs, because I feel like that was a misnomer. I would have said best of would have been gold and platinum items. And not really silver and bronze and some of the other stuff that's in here. But okay, let's take a look. So I'm going to click reveal all here. Dun da da da. And Statue of the Stream Pilgrim. This is what I'm talking about, guys. These are not best of items, BioWare. Alright, let's keep going. Like Statue of the Stream Pilgrim. There's somebody probably out there, though, who's going like, oh my god, that's the one house decoration I've always looked for, and I can't believe you got it. Great. I love you for it. Send me a note. I might send it to you if it's unbound. But yeah, for me, I'm really all about the armor sets, guys. Because what's this game about? Looking cool! That's what you do Star Wars for, man. Otherwise, I would be playing some other MMO. I like lightsabers, blasters, and cool stuff. Cathar Honor Sword. Already have it. It's a very cool item, but I already have it. Alright, if you guys don't know what that is, I'll show you at the end. But that's it's basically... instead of using like a vibro blade or something like that, it's just one really cool looking like double-edged sword. It's pretty awesome. It's why I already have it. That's kind of the thing. That actually I would consider as probably a best of item. Somebody out there would be really liking that. This is like the second or third time I've gotten this Yavin floor lamp. I'm just not feeling it, guys. I'm just not feeling that as a best of item. Like, I open these things up, I really should have thought for all the work you put in, it's all gold and silver. Instead of like we're still getting lots of bronze crap, of boosts and like silver stuff that pretty much everybody's gotten. So I just don't feel like it's as unique and as special, So like, what's really the point? Yeah, more decorations. I've gotten more decorations on these last 2 tiered packs, guys, than on any of the other packs combined. It's unbelievable. All right, let's see what we get. Survey says. Nope. More orange and red Hawkeye crystals. I've gotten a ton of those too, and a companion gift. A blue companion gift, no less. So guys, I'm telling you, I said this kind of at the start of the event, go in with reasonable expectations, and so far nothing I've done in this event has shaken that. If you go in with low expectation set, yeah, I already have most of Darth Sion's set too. I'm not really thrilled about that one, but people tell me it looks really good on female tunes. I don't know. But I think I already have. I think I already have the lower, so I think that's just now a double of that. We'll see in a minute. But yeah, you gotta really come into this event just accepting the fact that you're probably not gonna get what you want. And so my last video I mentioned, if there's one surefire thing you can get that's really good. Okay, that's a little bit better. The Revered Seer's upper body. I think I already have his lower body, and so if I could get the supplementary, that'd be cool. I do like that helmet quite a bit. But you got to come into this with super low expectations, and if you're going to go into it, like go in for it for the Victorious Pioneers armor set. At least that's a surefire win. That's a 50% armor set, experience bonus armor set, and that I feel was worth getting. Desert Green War Heroes crystals. That's the PvP version. I already have that whole set basically now, so it's a cool lightsaber crystal, but it was cool enough for me to buy it when it first came out. So it's like getting it here, not really doing much good. I don't know how many of these I got left, but I'm getting worried here, guys. This is not good. This has been no bueno. Oriconian Standing Torch. This is the second time I've got that. Somebody was like, "That's a really valuable torch," and yeah, it was like $2 million on the GTN. If I was gonna buy house decorations, it would be valuable to me if I was gonna go out and like buy house decorations. As it is, I'm really in this for the armor sets, of which I have gotten virtually none. Iraqi Renegade. It is a mount. Okay, keep going, guys. I gotta tell you, this new way of opening these things, I don't know if the RNG got worse, but man, I'm getting nothing good here. Nope, Dessler DA5. Yeah, so this has been very disappointing for these last 2 packs. So 30 packs, I thought I would get at least like maybe 1 gold, maybe at the very least, and this has just been no bueno. Although, oh, all right. Well, there was 1 gold. All right, so guys, all right, so this I laugh because the supplementary has been like my thing, but there's 2 Revan sets. Revan Reborn, which is the one I'm looking for. That's one I got 2 of the supplementary for already, and then there's the regular Revan set. That's this one, and actually that's not too bad. I got the Revan lower, I think, the regular Revan lower on one of the early packs, so that actually does help build up at least 1 set. Brings me a little closer to 1 set. So, but it's not the one I'm looking for. I laughed out loud because I almost thought that said Revan Reborns, and I was like, oh my god, if I'd gotten the supplementary Revan Reborns like 3 times and it was bound to the same character and I couldn't do anything with it, that would have been just kind of hilarious in that really dark humor sort of way. All right, so that's a partial win. That's a good set. It looks really good. I don't think it holds a candle to the Revan Reborn set, which just looks all tattered and awesome. But it's a classic set. Desert Green Indestructible, already have it. I'm getting a lot of repeats here, guys. A lot of repeats. No bueno. All right, let's see what we got. Come on. I've stopped saying, by the way, if you guys were watching me on my earlier pack videos, I used to say, "Come on, big buddy, big buddy!" But every time I said that, I'd get something terrible. And so I was like, all right, I gotta stop saying that. I can't keep doing it. Yep, more mounts, more mounts. And that's it. That's the last one. Shoot. All right, so we're just looking at armor here. So this actually shows me the grand total of everything I got. I actually got 2 Frieden Nad lower body. No surprise there. Me and Frieden Nad, man, we've been together. So yeah, I had Revan's upper body. That's what I had gotten. I got that on the 2nd set of packs. So the new part I just got today, the supplementary set, that actually almost makes for like, yeah, I think that means there's just 2 pieces left that are missing from that set. And that's a pretty cool set. That's like a classic set for the game. But overall, guys, I would say that that overall, the rewards for the DVL event have been an utter and extreme disappointment. Now, let me put a proviso in here. That is because I'm a returning player. All right, and I have to make this abundantly clear. As a returning player who already may or may not have lots of different types of these items, I already have a lot of house decorations, I already have a lot of cool armor sets, I already may have pieces of good armor sets, you know, I may already have really good lightsaber crystals. For a guy like me, I'm seeing a lot of doubles, it's kind of disappointing. If you're a brand new player, this is all magic. If you didn't have any of this stuff before, and you didn't have any unlocked armor sets, you didn't have any unlocked, you know, lightsaber crystals, you didn't have any really cool mounts, you didn't have any really cool house decorations, then this whole experience has been nothing but win. This whole event is really for the new player. And so if you are a new player and you're watching my videos and wondering like why I'm so not excited, it's because I'm coming at it from a different place. Honestly, there's a lot of great stuff in here if you're a new player. If you're a new player and you got like the whole Frieden Nad's armor set, that is a cool looking set for a new player who's never had a cool set. So guys, if you're a returner player like me and you're wondering like, hey Zach, you always sound really disappointed in these videos, that's really the place I'm coming from. I'm a vet, I've got 30 characters on this you know, between my different servers, and I've just done a lot of the stuff in this game. And so, I was really looking to try to get the few things I didn't have. But if you don't have a lot to begin with, then everything you get here is basically pure win. If you had nothing really to start with, if you were a brand new player and you ground up 2 characters during this event, and you went all the way up, I mean, you've learned a ton about the game and you've gotten a lot of great stuff. But for returning players, guys, watch my videos on what I think is going to happen in Knights of the Eternal Throne. Me, Penny, and Xenoff from Morns and Mayhem, we have a great video of the things that we talk about, what we'd like to see, and I have 2 supplementary videos of where I talk about what I think where the story will go. And so far from what I saw from Battle of Odessin, which I just filmed this morning and I have to cut it all together, I think I'm right about that. But anyway, this wraps up my coverage of the DVL event and of the rewards you can get. I hope this video has inspired you to either jump in if you're a new player, or to come in with reservations. And again, the biggest win out of this entire event was by far and away, and this is because this is the only surefire one you can get, and that's the Victorious Pioneer's Armor set. That's a pretty good setup, man. 50% extra experience is nothing to sniff at. And so if you are a new player, I highly recommend doing this event. If you're a returning player, it's completely up in your hands. But anyway, guys, I hope you had a great time watching these videos. That's the last of my DVL packs, so I'm just going to go ahead and do my signature wave out, and we'll see you next time.